What's up, guys? I'm back on the Reaction video. They were making to Wacthmojo's top 10 characters too powerful in Marvel MCU. Which, if that sounds familiar, they kind of stole that from Comics Explained, who kind of started that thing too powerful in MCU. Was I know that I've been watching since he started it. But you guys know this, they're basically going over characters that are too powerful to be in the MCU. Now, this is interesting because I don't think a lot of people know just truly how powerful and really how strong the MCU actually is once you really look deeper into it. So, and the characters that I've watched so far from Cosmic Explained have been a lot of powerful characters that really would be too powerful, like Franklin Richards, Madison Jaspers, the Marquis of Death, who's like fucking crazy powerful. There's a lot of characters. So I'm interested to see the list. But if you guys like, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Please tell your thoughts comments below. Do you agree with your list? What's your own list? Name some other people. Do you agree with whatever I'm going to say? Let me know down below. Please make sure to subscribe if you like. Help me grow the channel. That'd be awesome. And there will be a link below in the description. There'll be a link down below in the description. So there's a video welcome to the tour. But let's get into this, guys.
Talk about OP. Welcome to Wacthmojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Marvel characters too powerful for the MCU. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
I'm subscribed.
For this list, we're looking at characters so powerful that they would present too big a challenge for the heroes or villains.
The Sentry would definitely
be a lot of extremely powerful
the
characters have graced the screens for Marvel movies, but these are a cut above. Number 10, Mangog.
Almost definitely.
As Thor Ragnarok proved, Odin has a few skeletons in his closet. Like a few billion. For reasons that have since been lost, Odin once wiped out an entire civilization. The collective rage and anger of this race then manifested in the form of this powerful creature that Odin had to imprison.
Yeah, Mangog is dangerous.
Much later, the creature escaped and became a major thorn in the side of the Asgardian
Beat
heroes.
the shit out of Asgard.
At least there's good news. Because the seemingly unstoppable beast draws power from negative emotions like anger, it can be shrunk by being deprived of them. You can beat them with smiles. A fun concept, sure, but not one suited for the MCU. Number 9, Wonder Man.
Okay, first, so let's talk about Mangog. Mangog is extremely powerful. Like I said, it was this race that Odin wiped out because Odin likes to be a dick sometimes. And like combined, they're like bends of all their hate and anger formed to this being called Mangog. Mangog is like crazy strong. Even the new Jane Foster comic, he tore through out of Asgard, bitched the crap out of both Odin and Thor. That's constantly sort of stronger than Thor normally, and even Odin's afraid of it. And the only way, like, you know, Jane Foster would be by throwing him in the sun. But while he would be much stronger than a lot of the characters, especially Thor and probably Hulk unless he goes to Warburg, he's not too powerful for the MCU. And this is what I mean. Because people forget. Like there's the Infinity Guy, which why he's not as powerful is like in the original comics, it's still universal and still with that power. He probably just built a white man god from existence. There's also Dormammu. Dormammu, if you have seen Lee in the Dark Dimension, is literally a being that literally eats and devours universes into his Dark Dimension. So he's easily universal to multi-universal to possibly multiversal. So he'll build a strong. So you got to look at the top 10 more powerful characters. And even like in the comics, like in the Avengers Infinity War, Thor was shown being strong enough to take the force of a star. So that's more in line with the comics. Mangog will still destroy him, but if you gave him Stormbreaker, which was able to cut through the Infinity Goblin's power, I don't know. He probably might still lose, but he definitely be able to hurt Mangog. But like, you're talking about this thing, no one Rangers, no, Mangog would run through them. Oh, and Wonder Man.
This longtime Avenger has a troubled history and a pretty dangerous power set. A volatile combination as far as we're concerned. Originally planted on the team by Baron Zemo in a plot to bring the Avengers down from within, he instead turned good. Thanks to a dose of Ionic energy, he was granted powers including strength and invulnerability. His power levels grew until he was not only able to control Ionic energy, but became made up of it. And when you're a being of pure energy, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Flight, force blasts, teleportation, and more are all in this hero's repertoire. Number 8, Death.
Oh, come on.
There are characters in Marvel and even the Marvel Cinematic Universe
of course,
the relationship with death. From mass murderers like Thanos to the goddess of death.
Okay, so with Wonder Man, Wonder Man is very strong, very powerful. He has been able to fight people like Thor, Hulk, as well to beat the real Hulk before. But again, it's like he would probably like again not counting Thanos and Infinity Guy with Dormammu, he would probably be able to beat most of the Avengers. Besides mainly Hulk and Thor, because like I said, Thor was able to take a force from the stars, so his powers more alive on comic. So why I think he would, there's possibly that both like Thor and Hulk could possibly beat Wonder Man. That's just me. There's also Doctor Strange with Time Stone who could probably just like manipulate time around to the point he just like turns back into a baby or something. Then you'll throw in death, but there also is a death in the MCU too. You know, the six cosmic entities that the stones came from in the first place.
Herself, Hela, they definitely know a thing or two about ending lives. But if any character knows death inside and out, it's the personification of death itself. Being a living embodiment of a fundamental aspect of the universe, she's got the final say on everyone, from the strongest heroes and villains to even gods and goddesses. As they say, the only two constants are death and taxes. When the time comes, we're all forced to pay up. Number 7, Captain Universe.
Oh, most definitely.
The Marvel Universe is a pretty chaotic place, despite the number of heroes and cosmic entities trying to keep things peaceful. But sometimes things get so out of hand that the universe itself steps in, and it does so by empowering chosen individuals through the power of the Uniforce. These chosen few briefly take the name and mantle of Captain Universe, donning a starry costume and wielding the power to control all energy and matter.
He would decimate the
And given that matter and energy are basically all there is, that gives him incredible levels of power. The mantle has even been held by the likes of Spider-Man, the Silver Surfer, and Deadpool. Number 6, Onslaught.
Oh, yeah, he was
It's safe to say that Professor X and Magneto had many issues. So when Prof X briefly touched Magneto's mind, all that shared psychic turmoil gave birth to something truly awful. After a fleeting moment of psychic connectivity, a portion of Magneto's anger, hatred, and resentment towards humans infiltrated Charles's mind, leading to a split personality that eventually manifested as a hugely powerful psionic entity that basically looks like the Hulk in Magneto's wardrobe. Obviously, it would take a lot of time to lay the groundwork for this villain to take the stage, but his appearance would certainly present an overwhelming challenge for the MCU heroes thanks to his extreme power levels. Number 5.
But first, we would have to wait for what Onslaught again. Onslaught was also carried at Kaiser Explained did. And like I said, Onslaught is like the hatred that Magneto has for or Magneto's like hatred for humans combined with Professor Xavier's like frustrations for humanity and the fact that he constantly tries to show them that mutants are good. They always seem turn around because humans are dicks. So basically, all country and form Sonic Onslaught, this incredibly powerful entity. Now Onslaught would definitely decimate the Avengers like easily, no doubt about it. And then he gets even more powerful when he absorbs the powers of Franklin Richards and Nick Grant. Now he would be somebody who truly be able to decimate the entire MCU. The only ones I really be able to challenge them would be like Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet. But then like I say, Infinity Gauntlet in the MCU is as powerful as in the comics, so I don't think he'd be able to defeat him. He'd put up a hell of a fight and Dormammu, but I truly believe that Onslaught would be able to decimate pretty much the entire MCU. And the most I would stand a chance, like I said, would be Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet or Dormammu. Alright guys, let's get back to it. Now it's the Sentry's turn. The Sentry would definitely domesticate pretty much the entire Avengers. Especially the original of the Void, which is like the Sentry's dark evil half. But let's listen to his plan.
Aiming to have the power of 1 million exploding suns, you better be able to back that up. Granted his powers by a super soldier serum intended to vastly outperform the one that created Captain America, this golden hero has the powers of flight, super strength, invulnerability, and the power to manipulate light.
A lot more than that,
If the Marvel Universe ever needed an analog to another S-clad superhero, he's it. Well, either him or Hyperion. The Sentry was so powerful that when a darkened version of the hero appeared, an entity called the Void, the only way to contain the problem was to wipe all memory of him from existence. Number 4, Molecule Man.
Oh, that's not even fair. But what version of Molecule Man? But about the Sentry, like basically has like Superman-like powers, basically because he's one of the many rip-off of Superman in Marvel. He has like super strength, super speed, very super hearing. But like I said, no lightning in it. But he also is an incredibly powerful telepath. As his telepath even been able to, like I say, erase everybody's mind on planet Earth, which include everybody, which include people like Professor Xavier and Emma Frost. So he has that. He has an incredible generation. Like he can't die unless he wants to die. Like he's literally immortal. He has mad manipulation, energy manipulation, and even reality warping. If you guys want to go that far, so definitely he would definitely be too much for the originals. I think he would pretty much domesticate demolish the entire Avengers. The only person that really be able to hurt him in that team would be Thor with Stormbreaker, because Stormbreaker was like cut through the power of the Infinity Gauntlet. But even then, he was still loose. He was still loose. He might be hurt him, but then he pretty much desecrate him. Unless he brings on and then if he brings on the Void, like the Void would just like devour them. But I still think Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet, and Dormammu would be able to beat the Sentry and possibly the Void, because the Void was so to be very strong. There was the story called the Void destroyed the Marvel Universe. That was more. Those are more of a non-canon story. Sorry guys, those are more of a non-canon story, and they only show the Void really destroy all their superheroes. We really get to see him go out and like fight all the cosmic enemies or something like that. So I still think that Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet with Dormammu would be able to defeat the Void. But let's get back to it. This is Malcolm, man. This is.
Though Owen Reese was originally granted his powers in a freak accident, it was later revealed that his ability to manipulate matter and energy was thanks to an experiment by the Beyonders, a race of powerful extra-dimensional beings.
He's too powerful.
Beginning as a low-level supervillain, his powers eventually grew to the point where he was essentially a god, able to reshape reality as he saw fit, and even create entire universes.
Yeah, he's too powerful.
That's the kind of power that would make even Thanos tremble.
Yeah, he would definitely.
Look at how much trouble he caused for the MCU. Number 3, Mephisto.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Heroes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe have fought men, gods, and monsters, but they might have a tougher time with the devil himself. An ancient demonic entity with vast powers and a penchant for
Mephisto was definitely interesting.
This villain is, for all intents and purposes, the real, actual, literal devil.
One of them.
Almost anything. From reshaping all of reality to taking various forms and virtually every other terrifying mystical ability you could think of. He's actually fed by the presence of evil, growing stronger depending on the levels of strife and turmoil in the world.
But he grows weaker outside of his realm, though, so it's like.
Number 2, the Beyond.
Oh, come on.
A being from outside reality.
Of course he would decimate the entire MCU.
Being is a young member of a race with the innate ability to reshape reality. For the most part, the lives of normal beings are pretty beneath them, but this one in particular has taken a keen interest in the material world. Unfortunately, this means he'll often mess with reality just to amuse himself.
He would destroy someone.
A very large headache for the Marvel heroes. If this hugely powerful entity ever decided to visit the MCU, he'd be in a class all his own in terms of his levels of sheer power. Number 1, one above all.
Really?
While Marvel has been somewhat cagey about depicting figures
Come
like
on.
the Christian God,
Really?
occasionally depicted an all-powerful entity responsible for the entirety of the Marvel
The one
multiverse.
above all.
Oftentimes depicted as a blinding light or a luminous figure, this all-powerful being seems to be the be-all, end-all for all that is Marvel, outclassing even the incredibly powerful Living Tribunal. Appropriately enough, one memorable moment had him take a form very similar to dearly departed comic.
I think they just threw him in here because they couldn't think of it. Come on.
We feel like Marvel might only break this character out for the MCU's grand finale, but even then, his presence might be too much. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Wacthmojo.
That's the thing, guys. Not really. I don't agree with all their decisions. Now, the one above all, of course, like, come on, like, really. But the one above all is probably in the MCU too, because he's like everywhere in the entire Marvel Omniverse. So it's like, where do you think they just threw him in there? But definitely beyond, like I said, too powerful. Especially talking about post-Carson Beyonder, or like the original Beyonder during the original Secret Wars, the one who had millions of times more powerful than the entire infinite Marvel multiverse combined. He could like destroy. He was able to easily beat all the cosmic enemies, including Living Tribunal, Eternity, Death, all those guys, and he was capable of reaching like the entire multiverse with a thought. So of course he would defeat him. But which version are we talking about? We're talking about the original version, the Cosmic Cube version, who I still think would be too powerful, or the Beyond the Child version. Like, which version are we talking about? Because it was like the Beyond the Child version, I still think he would lose to Thanos if he ain't got it. But if it's like the original version or like the Cosmic Cube version, he would take out the entire MCU. Molecule Man depends, like I said, again, what's Molecule Man you talking about? You talking about the original? Because Molecule Man's power is basically Dex, to be honest, he can control all matter and energy. You know, matter and energy is everything. He's able to control, break it, bend it. So he's able to control, create, bend it, do all those things with it. But which one you talk about? Because the original one was, while he was still kind of strong, he wasn't as powerful until Doctor Doom with the power beyond remove his psychic blocks, and during the original Secret Wars, he became like the second most powerful being in the multiverse after the Beyonder. Or you talk about the one now who has the power of the Beyonders. So if we're talking about like those molecule mans, then yes, he would definitely domestic. He would like sorry, he would. I keep saying domesticate. He would terminate the entire Marvel MCU in an instant. Like it'd be over. Mephisto, and it depends. Like he's definitely popping up to beat all the Avengers. But the thing about Mephisto is Mephisto doesn't normally really fight hand to hand unless he doesn't have to. And he's super powerful in his realm. And while obviously he's still very powerful, he does get weaker. So I don't know. He still won't be to me. Still won't be able to beat Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know about Dormammu because it's kind of weird because they both have the whole realm thing going on. But he would definitely be able to like easily kill the entire Avengers. But I still think he will lose to Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet because you got to look at like how powerful the Infinity Gauntlet is. Because what's his name? God, what's his name? And Thor 2 when the Dark Elf guy, what's his name? Makaret? I can't remember his name. Guy, somebody post his name down below. When the Dark Elf King was going to use the power of the ether, or which is really the reality stone, he was going to change the entire universe. That's just with the reality stone. Then you have the time stone, which was capable of like trapping somebody's powerful Dormammu like in a constant loop that he couldn't break out of, and he had to make a deal with with him with Doctor Strange to get out of it. So you gotta look at just how while the Infinity Gauntlet may not be as powerful as on comic, it's still pretty fucking powerful, easy, universal, and it would be able to defeat a lot of the people he named on this list. They have a list besides Onslaught, the Beyonder, Molecule Man, of course the one above all, and like Death. But even then, there's a Death in the MCU, so I don't know. The list, while it was good, they did have some good people. They still didn't have enough. To me, Cosmic Explain is a much better list. He had people like the Marquis of Death, Imagine, Jaspers, Flick and Richards, Protege who can copy the power of anybody. Like he has some real like the Chaos King. Like he has some really powerful people in this list. So you guys can go check them out. But good list. I still liked it. Thank you everybody watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below about the video. Do you agree with their list? Do you don't? Do you agree with some of the things I said? Do you have your own list? Let me know. Again, if you like, please also give me a thumbs up. Please comment, subscribe button down below as well. Help me grow this channel. Again, there will be a link below the video as well as my Facebook and Twitter. This is Blood Crank. Excellent out. Peace.